so now 42. So we have remaining of 11. Alright, ada siapa-siapa yang terlibat dalam banjir? Semua okay? Anyone from Johor and Pahang? Ada? None of you from Johor or Pahang? Let me share the slide. Slide saya. Okay. All right. So this is actually lecture number 10. So I hope if you can't I hope you can see I'm sharing. Okay. All right. So this is actually a part of process. What happened to my mic? Oh, cool. Somebody is actually not muting. Please mute. All right. So this is actually the cleaning process is actually in between of the process. For example, like cleaning was done for the process like casting or hot rolling or forging. So they need a cleaning process in between of the process to shape the part. So in this context, we will actually focusing on two type of cleaning. One is using chemical, another one is using mechanical. So a part of cleaning, so sometimes it also can create a surface treatment, but I won't actually touch much on the surface treatment because it is actually recall back from what you have learned last week on the surface treatments, for example, like carburizing, carburizing, nitriding, boronizing, and so on. So that also part of we call as surface treatment. But so all the information is embedded at the heat treatment. So we can also have like aluminizing for corrosion resistant. We can do dipping in the, it's some sort, seems similar to galvanizing. So but we actually do it we actually soak it in aluminium. So you're going to learn on the galvanizing on the last part on the coating. But for this cleaning and surface treatment, we were going to touch on the chemical treatment, mechanical treatment. And I have removed, if you see from the seniors notes, I have removed actually because it might be confusing because that one considered, as I mentioned before, we consider as a surface treatment. That what we do for carburizing, aluminizing or galvanizing. You can also, this what we call as diffusion treatment. And the other one we can use ion implementation. That what you have also learned in, if I'm not mistaken, in semiconductor. So I remove that part. So we only concentrate on the cleaning and also mechanical. So as mentioned before, there are two methods of cleaning that normally used in industry. One, we are using chemical. Definitely we have to use the either alkaline, solvent or acid. And also we can also have different degree of acid. You have another method we call as mechanical cleaning. So this involve very high pressure of either normally we use air. So we bombard the particle on the surface of your pipe. So this will actually create this will create actually a cleaning surface. When the particle bombarding on the surface, it will actually create cleaning on the surface as well as some roughness on the surface for the process like painting and other process, so that it can actually adhere to the surface of your pipe. So why we need to clean it? Definitely we want to have a better surface, right? So for the subsequent process, so let's say you want to coat it, whether you use galvanizing or you use electroplating or conversion coating or electrolysis coating. So definitely you need a part to be clean. So there are many methods, but the common one that I put here is alkaline, a solvent, and acid. Another one is emulsion. But there are in others method that use for immersion, for electrolysis plating. So they have different material. Let's say for zincating, they will use for aluminium. So for the other material, they have to use a different process. So we are preparing this process for the next process, normally for painting or for electroplating. So the second part, we want to improve hygiene. So if you want to sell the part, definitely you want to see the appearance. So definitely hygiene and appearance is another factors that require cleaning. The third one is remove contaminants. So this might actually affect the adherence of your coating process. If you don't actually clean properly, so definitely you will not adhere the coating. For example, like you want to electroplate your sample. So the electroplate material unable to coat on the part if let's say the material is not cleaned properly. Sorry. So this is when you want to select the method, so the cleaning method. So you want to see what are the contaminants to remove, either is oil ataupun scale and so on. So you have to see what are the types of contaminants that you want to remove. Then you can actually select the method, clean method. Either you want to use alkaline, either you want to use emulsion, or you want to use acid. So degree of cleanliness, you want the degree is like it's just not too critical. So for certain process, you need very critical cleanliness. So you have to choose the type of method that's actually require very high degree. So the second part is substrate material to be cleaned. So you must know what type of material that you want to clean, either steel or aluminium and so on. Environment and safety, definitely definitely you have to consider when you use chemical. So you must ensure that the chemicals that you use, you must take precaution so that it will not inhale to your body. It will actually give you apa nama, illness. Size and geometry. So when you want to select the cleaning, you need to see lah whether if let's say the part is too big, so you can choose what are the method that is suitable. But if let's say the part small, so you have to select the proper method lah. Let's say for example nanti you can see the screw. So the screw, you can actually use mechanical part to clean the screw or the nut, right? But you cannot clean the screw in a big area, something like and then because it's a small thing, right? So you can actually use use abrasive media and mix with the part so that it will be contact each other. So it depends on the size of the material that you're going to clean. The last one is production and cost requirement. So this is really important when you work in production letters. So you must suggest the one that is actually work effectively and not so costly. So this is another factors that you have to consider. So I think you have learned this in material selection, right? When during the selecting the materials. So cost is another issue. Even though it's very good or what, but it come to cost. So definitely management will actually not agree when come to very high cost. So you have to balance with cost and also the needs. Right, so this is the example of chemical cleaning. So we have alkaline cleaning, we have emulsion cleaning, we have solvent, we have acid, and we also have ultrasonic cleaning. So this is the common that you can see in the lab, right? Ultrasonic cleaning. So normally when you cut using the cutting machines, you have to clean it properly so that you do not actually have oil on the surface. So this is what you can see in our lab. But the rest, you can actually use simple method as in the car. But in the factories, they can use many method. Either you have tank, then we immerse everything in, or you can use spray method. So the first one is alkaline cleaning. So it was used for soil, either oil, grease, wax, and variety of type of particle. For example, metal chip, silica, and light scale. So the solution that they use is alkaline. So contohnya sodium dan potassium hydroxide. So they can use either natrium oxide ataupun sodium oxide ataupun potassium oxide. So you can also use sodium carbonate and also borax. Borax ni apa dia dalam bahasa Indonesia, dalam bahasa kampung? Lupa lah mak. Borax. Apa bahasa dia? Kapur baru saya. Betul. Betul tak? Borax ni. That's my phone. You go and check borax ni. There's another ada nama yang selalu orang guna dekat kampung. Apa ya? Saya lupa. So they can use a cleaning method, either immersion or spray. So kalian boleh guna sama ada dipping, immerse, or you can spray it, right? So definitely it used for electroplating. So maksudnya if every sequence of plating you have to dip in the either alkaline or acid. It depends on the contaminants that you're going to remove. So after you dip in the alkaline, definitely you have to rinse with water. Alkaline, rinse this water, alkaline again, rinse this water. So this not only one time. So there might be a few times. Alkaline, rinse water, so that you can prepare your part clean for the electroplating or conversion coating. So this type of coating we're going to learn later. Conversion coating is, for example, like chromating, phosphating, but chromating people not more using it because chromate is actually forbidden to use. So they try to avoid the using of chromium. Okay, so you can see here there are a few tanks, but this is actually manual, so you can actually dip manually. But if let's say the factories has automatic, so the part that will be hang, for example, like you akan ada macam apa? Contoh, kalau you buat apa? Stapler kan, so dia akan there will be a rack, then they will actually gantung stapler dalam untuk dia code ataupun electroplated. So they will be automatic, so they will be dipping or immerse in the tank, and after that rinse and again dip again and again, so until the process actually complete. So this is another method that you can use spraying, but this one is for small part. There will be a nozzle that will be spraying the alkaline. So sorry. The second one is emulsion cleaning. So they are using all that is first in the solution or aqueous solution. So this is actually to remove oily deposit contaminants. So you can use either on metal ataupun dekat non-metallic. You can use on both part. Example metal, cast iron and machine part. So dia ada juga emulsifying agent that will increase stability of dispersion in one liquid or another. So dia letak juga agent emulsifying. Okay, definitely dia kena follow by alkaline cleaning, and then dia kena juga rinse with water. So they are not actually use it individual. So they follow by alkaline cleaning, and also they will not stick here, but they will also definitely follow by aqueous cleaning, which is rinse in the water. So there are same method, kita boleh guna immersion ataupun spray method. I cannot find the clear picture. So this is only I can find. Immersion, and this is spray. This is a rinse of dalam hot water. So we have the third one, which is a solvent. So it's actually clean the organic soil such as oil, grease, and fat. It's using organic solvents. So they are using either petroleum distillates, either kerosene, naphtha, and mineral spirit. They also can use fluorinated hydrocarbon, either methylene, chloride, and trichloroethylene. They also can use acetone, benzene, and also toluene. This is mostly used by industry of kalau toluene ni kan banyak guna dalam polymer. So ada dua method untuk cleaning solvent, either dia guna dekat room temperature ataupun vapor greasing. So pada suhu bilik ataupun pada suhu yang tinggi, hot vapor or fluorinated solvent. So dia boleh guna pada dua suhu ya. Alright, so normally sama juga dia punya application dia, either you boleh guna immersion, spray, they also can use hand wiping, but it depends on the part lah. Kalau hand wipe, kalau part besar je nak hand wipe, right? So you can see, we can actually select the method based on the size of the part. So this is example immersion solvent cleaning. So this is hydrocarbon spray solvent cleaning. So one is spray method, another one is the immersion method. So sama juga macam alkaline and also satu lagi apa? Solvent. Emulsion. So there's number empat. Okay, acid cleaning. So they are using acid, either mineral acid ataupun organic acid and combine dengan wetting agent dan juga emulsifying agent. So normally acid that we use is hydrochloric, nitric acid, phosphoric acid and also sulfate. So they will using it to remove oil, grease and light oxide. And the method is actually same juga, sama, soaking ataupun immersion is the same. Spraying, manual brushing or wiping, it depends on the size of the part. So the second last is acid pickling. So if you want to differentiate between acid pickling dengan acid, so acid pickling dia punya degree of cleanliness dia lagi tinggi. So normally dia lebih severe lah dia punya acid dia. So dia akan remove molecular oxide ataupun scale yang lebih hard for that come from the forging. So the process forging, hot rolling ataupun casting. So the good example of pickling solution which is sulfuric acid, which is very severe punya concentration for carbon steel, nitrate hydrofluoric acid mixture for stainless steel, and HF hydrofluoric acid for for material that used in the casting using sand. So dia nak remove sand, so dia guna hydrofluoric acid. Apa saya hari ni? Macam ada masalah dengan tekak saya ni. Alright, so this is actually example that you can see nampak tak berasap ni. So it's very dia punya high degree of apa nama acidic. You can see nampak. This is actually either this is rolling, maybe hot roll. So they want to clean this the tube. So guna acid pickling. This is we doesn't have any apa exam sama juga ni nampak sebelah sana, sorry, sama juga ya. And you also can actually use to clean part that apa daripada casting. So all will be done here. So definitely there must be area that actually far away from the people, because if let's say the acid is splashed on the people, so dia punya acid itu akan apa terus cerita apa kena you punya skin, right? So dia akan jadi terus terbakar. So they must ensure a safety here. So mesti ada barricade, tapi kawasan ni agak tengok dia punya area pun agak apa tak ada barricade. So it's like people can easily come nearer to this area. So when you involve in this process, so definitely you have to take care of apa nama safety. So the last one is ultrasonic cleaning. So it can actually use chemical and combinations of mechanical agitation, because when you dip in the ultrasonic, so there will be a vibrations, right? So it use chemical and also mechanical apa sekali. So commonly they used to clean dirt, oil, grease, buffing or polishing compound. So bila you buat apa, bila you dah polish your part in your lab, you can actually have to clean using ultrasonic to ensure that the part that you clean is actually free from any of the dirt, so that you can actually view under SEM or microscope. So this is for your lab, but they also can use for others purpose. It's not only for the lab, right? You have to find what are the example of ultrasonic cleaning in factories, right? For surface mount technology, they are using a stencil. So that stencil has opening, so they will print a solder on the stencil, and some sort like macam apa how to say that what you can call that when you print the solder on the stencil, so the solder will be deposited on the PCB. So this stencil, you have to clean it. You kena guna, sorry dia orang guna apa? Ada juga guna ultrasonic cleaning. So you have to see some of the methods that used in industry that you went before. Ada tak example? So elektronik selalunya guna untuk cuci stencil ataupun nowadays no more buat post clean using the you kena guna aqueous cleaning lah. So, ataupun diguna aqueous cleaning, ultrasonic cleaning also can. Apa lagi example that you can see when you are going for intern for chemical cleaning? Name the part. Which boleh bagi tahu tak part apa yang mereka clean? Ada tak? Ada tak come across? Glue former, okay, Hazim. What are the cleaning method that they use? Mana dia? That's Azim just now. Okay, Azim, glue former. Okay, acid and alkaline. Okay, good. Who else can actually give example? Saya nak tahu part dia. Apa part yang mereka clean? Takkan Azim seorang je jumpa cleaning. Yang lain semua bersih saja. Your company doesn't have a cleaning method. Definitely have, right? Ada. Assalamualaikum. Hi, kemana you all semua? Acid greasing. For what part, Fifi? Saya nak tahu part apa? Name the part. Hari ini 50 orang. Mana ya? This IPA, PCB. Okay, good. Aiman, PCB, IPA cleaning. Aiman, buat apa? Intern kat mana? Aiman? China Medical. Alright, okay, good. Okay, so who else? Name it. But mesti ada lagi cleaning. Yang mungkin it's not touched here. You can actually give some other example. Sudah naik jadi 51. Okay. Akan tak jumpa langsung. Others? Musin mana? Musin? Musin pergi kat mana? Musin. Saya tak dengar lagi suara Musin ni. Dah nak habis kelas dah ni. Haikal mana? Haikal yang selalu saya nampak dia chatting sekarang dah hilang. Apa jadi dengan Haikal? Musin. Esketek. Okay, Esketek. Esketek elektronik. Musin, apa yang kamu nampak kat sana? Which department that you are in? Ada nampak wave solder? Ada wave solder tak kat sana? Wave soldering. Ada tak wave soldering? Tak ada, tak kod. Ada? Habis tu, dia ada SMT saja. Saya kena type lah tak. SMT only? Esketek tak ada wave soldering ke? Macam ada je. Habis tu dekat SMT apa yang dia clean?
Doktor.
Ya. Yeah.
Apa tu SKT ada 2 kilang. Saya dapat kat kilang polimer. Depa buat injection molding.
Oh, okey. Dengarlah suara Musin. Okey, habis tu kat injection molding tu, saya dah rindu suara kamu nak dengar. Okey, dekat injection molding tu apa yang ada cleaning process?
Sebab depa buat Sebab
Next set.
depa kadang-kadang depa clean mold je. Tak ada
Kenapa?
pun.
Apalah kelimul guna apa?
Ah. Tak pasti ke tu?
Pasti. Nanti pastikan bila dah so, maksudnya kan duduk dekat polimer. Okey, SKT apa ada SMT kan? Yang kamu punya industri kat mana?
Dekat abang yang lepas.
Okay, other than ni mana Faiz? Kawan baik dia? Faiz? Saya nak dengar suara Faiz pula. Faiz? Oh, Faiz. Faiz ada dekat depan laptop ke tidak? Hai Faiz. Mana kamu? Saya minum dulu ya. Atau kita taruh tu Faiz. Faiz? Tak ada. Di mana Faiz ni? Okey, saya panggil Mahesh. Mana Mahesh? Oh, hari ni tak ada Mahesh. Mahesh? Mahesh? Tak ada juga. Hai, mana Faiz cepatlah. You nak balik 16 hari bulan ni Kau balik sini bila 16? Tanya balik pun semua tak jawab. Ada ke tak ni all ni? Are you coming back here 16, 16 right? Before? Before 16. So semua dah wajib balik kan? Okay, saya sambung balik semua tak nak jawab. Semuanya shy cat. Nanti we come back also, they will be also online kan, tak ada face to face kecuali subjek tertentu. Mana saya punya slide. Okay, I'm actually continue on mechanical. Semua sejuk tidur. Alright, so I'm going to continue on the mechanical cleaning. So we have a few process here. So you are actually using a very high velocity of abrasive particle that will format on the surface of the part that going to be cleaned. So we have a few process, either blast finishing, shot finishing, or mass finishing. So this is a common process. Blast finishing, we use sand. So kita bombard particle of SiO2 on the surface of the part that we're going to clean. So they are very high velocity of impact, right? That will actually bombard on the surface, then we'll be cleaning on the surface, and definitely it will create a roughness on the surface. When the roughness of the surface was created, so if let's say you want to paint it, so the paint can be easily adhere to the surface. So you can actually, you don't have to follow by others cleaning method already. So others abrasive media that you can use alumina or SiC. So if let's say you want to have a very mild, you can use a soft media, for example like nylon bead. So this one kalau kita nak dia punya impact tu not too hard, we can use soft media. So we have use this for a few part, like for example here, this is actually for machining part that was sandblast. You can see this is not so clear, but you can see the shining surface after the process of sandblasting. So you can actually compare before and after. So before we'll have a dull surface, and after a process of sandblasting, you can see a clear, sorry, it's not a clear, a mirror, it's not a mirror lah, panggil apa, shining ha. Mirror tak nampak muka kamu kan. Actually shining surface of the part. So the second process we call as short pinning. So what actually happened here, we are actually bombard the particle to actually create the compressive stress. So I'll show you a video. So you can actually see this video, you can actually understand from this video. Mana dia? Example kita boleh guna dekat shaft, dekat gear. Okay, I do hope it's clear. So when you are bombarding this surface with a high impact balls, you can create. Ada keluar video pun. Ada keluar lah. Kenapa tak bagi tahu? Nak saya duk tunggu korang. Saya tak share ya. Masya Allah, dah nyanyuk rambut saya ni. Sekejap Semua nak cerita hari ni. Kejap ya, sabar. Sudah nyanyuk dah ni. Sekejap nak. Tak. Ya. Mana saya punya video tu? Siapa tak keluar? Sekejap sabar. Mana pula tak keluar? Saya tak ada share. Okay. Sharing. Nampak tak? Nampak tak? Kenapa saya tak nampak? Nampak tak sharing? Itulah kenapa tak nampak. Tak nak? Tak reti pula dah nak share kali ni. What happened? Siapa yang mengeluh tu? Start now. Tunggu sekejap. Awak. Sorry, saya share okay je. Habis dah. Sekejap Saya cuba. Macam mana? Dah beritahu. Okay, sharing. Kau dia tak keluar. Tak keluar pula. Faham je. Simple. What happened? What happened? Share. Sekejap What happened? Saya cuba share daripada directly daripada apa? Can you guys see? Saya nak besarkan tak berhenti nak besarkan. Macam ni sorry. Nampak tak? Okay. Hold on Start again. Okay, so if you can see from the video, so when you bombard the particle on the surface, you are actually let me share that. Okay, when you bombard this particle on this surface, you will actually create a compression residual stress on the top of surface. So when you actually give a tensile load to the surface, so they will be, both part will experience compression on top and as well as on the bottom. So this actually will uh, actually create some what we call the apa dia punya apa dia punya part tu daripada failure or crack, because if you have both side on the compression, so it's difficult for the crack to initiate on the tensile on the top, because when the top is tense in the tensile behavior, and the bottom is on the compression behavior, so the crack will easily initiate on the top. But if let's say both top and bottom has a compression behavior, so definitely will actually difficult for the crack to be initiated on the top surface. So this will enhance the life surface of the part. So you can use for gear. You also can use for drive shaft that can actually improve the fatigue life of the part. So the list is the last one we call as mass finishing. So it's the same concept as blast actually blasting, but in this concept we mix up the component. So the component is not a big part, it's some sort like a small part, for example like screw, nut, washer and so on. So this will put in the either we call as tumbling ataupun barrel. So you can see here that, so this is a barrel, so we are including all the part in this barrel. So we adding the we're adding the abrasive media. So when this part was rotated, so there will be collisions of part and also the abrasive media. So this actually will clean the part. So there will be a dia punya apa action between part and also action between part and also the abrasive media. So this will be rotate. And the second method we call as vibratory. So we are adding the part and also the abrasive media here. So what is actually happened here? So we vibrate this part, either only one at the bottom or two side, right? So when the vibrating happens, so the part will be collision on each other as well as the abrasive particles. So this will actually clean the part. So this is actually a simple way and it's economic way to clean the small part as compared to we clean it one by one. So we use this mass finishing. So this is some example of a natural media where we can use corundum, granite, limestone and also hardwood to clean the part. We also can use synthetic media. We can use aluminum, silicon carbide. We can also use SiO2, which is sand, in different shape. So it depends on the if let's say you have this type of shape and compared to this type of shape, this one is actually more good in cleaning. Mana satu bagus? Yang bergigi-gigi ni ke yang bulat ni? Yang banyak gigi-gigi ke yang bulat? Yang bulat. Kenapa bulat? Why they create sebab nak kena saya nak baca. Smooth surface finish. Senang nak clean. Smooth surface finish. But okay, when you talk about smooth surface finish, the other part also, if let's say we have the same material but different pattern, definitely surface smooth surface will be same, right? As because both are the same material. But why they are creating this bintang, star, arrowhead? Apa? I give you time to answer. Kenapa? Ada berapa masa lagi? 4 minit, lagi 6 minit. Kenapa rasanya? Hazim kata sebab senang nak clean. Kenapa senang nak clean? Kalau bulat, Dia boleh senang access ke? But why they have, if let's say sphere is good, why they created all this kind of shape? Hmm? Contact area besar. Contact with workplace, area contact paling senang media tu nak lalu. Rasanya. For contact with workplace, area contact lebih besar. To access small scribbles. Bergigi to clean rough surface of sample. Clean rough surface of sample. So if let's say the part is complex, so which one is actually easily to go in? As what they said, if you have sphere, is it will be have a high surface area? Or if let's say if you want to design something, right? So you are designing it to make sure that they have a lot of surface area. You can actually panggil apa ya? Kalau bumbung kan, so nak sebab bumbung sebab functionally nak bagi air tak turun bertakung. Tapi dia kan bila dia ada banyak macam panggil apa tu yang bergigi-gigi tu, kan kita tak design straight kan, kita design macam ada banyak lekuk-lekuk. So that one to increase the surface area. So if you have this kind of this actually increase the surface area. So this is time for you to ponder. Kenapa dia bergigi-gigi? As what Zenu kata, bergigi untuk to clean rough surface of sample. Rough surface of sample maksudnya kalau bergigi tu untuk kawasan yang rough ke, maksudnya Zenu. Or not to add the complex shape. So maksudnya kalau ada yang bergigi, dia easily go to the side that is actually not is difficult for the part to be in. So this is all for you to ponder, cari jawapan dia. Sebab you all kan ada belajar dah masuk dalam 408 408 that actually come with the design. So all this actually they have a purpose. Why they have ada bintang, ada arrowhead, ada cone, ada pyramid and so on. So this is just example of the machines that actually used to clean the either washer or screw and so on. Nampak dah shining. Before that, it will be a dull surface. Dah habis dah. Nanti kenapa dia berbeza? So kamu kena tengok balik dia punya dia punya part dia. Kenapa dia part dia bulat? Kalau bulat senang, kalau kita letak bulat, so kalau dia impact on the part, so the part yang akan impact dia bulat tu is just on the small part, right? Kalau you buat bersegi-segi, so definitely it can go many part. So they have others area that can be touched by the abrasive media ataupun dipanggil sebagai apa? Sebagai steel media, depends on dia punya media yang you guna, sama ada steel media ataupun abrasive media. So dia akan ada part yang susah untuk material to be accessed. So you kena guna shape yang berbeza lah. Kalau simple part, you can use sphere shape. Alright, so I will actually end on cleaning and surface treatment. So we have the last part, which is surface coating. So I'm going to cover on electroplating later, galvanizing, electroless coating, conversion coating. So there are some various coating techniques that we're going to cover on the next lecture. Is the last lecture. Okay, as of now, okay tak ada yang which lecture that you doesn't understand? I still have time, because I think I will end my part this week, hopefully, and you can actually prepare the revision. You can prepare yourself for revisions next week. So if let's say you need some part that need the further explanation, let me know. And you have another last task on the surface coating. So maybe this week I'm going to give you the last task, and you have another 2 weeks, right, from your exam. So I'll giving you 2 weeks to complete your tasks. So definitely by Friday, I'm going to give you a case study similar to welding. So maybe we have 3 case study. So this time I want it to be a individual's task, not group task. You can actually discuss with your group mate, but send it by individual assignment, because we need to see your performance by evaluating your performance by test, individual, and also individual assignment, so that you can actually be fair to your group mate, because some of you are just a rider. I know that you're just a rider, so some of the marks actually contribute by your friends. So this is actually to distinguish your marks between your friends and you. All right. Anything that you want me to elaborate, or it's already? Yeah. You can discuss with your friend. It's no, boleh discuss, tapi submit individual. Okay. Not I can not to say group assignment, but you can discuss with your friend, because this is a case study, and it's require a little bit of thinking. So maybe you can think yourself. You can use your group which is convenient to you. I didn't stick to the group that was created before. You can choose any group that you like. Then you can actually discuss, so that